These are gold lacquered Chinese pieces. I've only shown you 3 of them. There are 18 of them depicting the 18 Chinese lohans. I've never seen anything like this in 40 years. They are all made out of a lightweight, hollow inside lacquer. So they have no substance in weight to them at all. But the lacquer work and the carved detail on these things is phenomenal. They are sealed, therefore they do not gold oxidize. These are really, they all have their own little stand. I even have the original wooden single boxes that go with each one of these, with little stamps and seals on them. There is no signatures on any of this showing the detail of who made them. I have no idea who made them, but they were made in the 19th century, probably around 1850s or maybe 80s or 90s. You don't see these, like I said, anywhere. I looked around and here's an old tag on it, number, but it's something that I don't see very much of. So I don't know how to really evaluate them other than I think they're extremely rare. They look very new, like they were done 2 days ago, but that's not the case. These are really, and you can see they're very light. But the detail work and the quality on them is 100% great. So I would value this set of 18 that I have at somewhere around $10,000. It's just that unique, and all of them are in perfect condition. It's great that the lacquer sealer has held the gold so beautiful. It really hasn't changed color at all. That unfortunately makes it look like it's even newer, but it's not. So you find something like this out there, call me, I'll be interested in it. But anyway, these are kind of fun, and I enjoyed finding them and doing a little research, although I've not found out very much, as I said. Okay, now we're going to show you kind of the best for last, or at least one that I really enjoy. I ran into this guy probably 8 or 9 years ago. It's different in that you don't ever see this kind of work in Japanese quality items very much. It's like a paper mache, again like the gold Chinese pieces I just showed you. It's hollow lacquer work, the body, and it's a guy fighting a snake and trying to kill him, and it's really unique. These were done in about the 1850s and the latter part of the 20th century, up until about probably 1910 or so, and I think they probably made a few after that as well. They were very popular and made to go around the world, and people would find these things extremely realistic, which this is. The painting on these things for the man himself is just absolutely phenomenal, and you want to take a good look at his frontal facial features and his torso. All of this is done in total autotomic just detail work. It's just perfect. Muscles, veins, hair under his arms, eyes, all his facial expression is just phenomenal. Everything on here is just top quality in both cut and design and lacquer work that finishes it, and they're really kind of a unique period. Often when you see these, I've seen others like this, but they're like two wrestlers or some other scene that to me is not very interesting. This is extremely dramatic and kind of a one of a kind. I'm sure they didn't do any more of these. These were not put out in mass production. They were custom ordered or made for design that somebody would like and they could purchase them. So You just don't see many of them. The value on something like this probably would run around, or I value it probably at around $7,500. They'll go that much at auctions or even higher depending on what the image is and whatnot. This is the most interesting image I've ever seen of any of the work that was done like this. So, you know, you might run into these, but probably not. Anyway, that's kind of it for the first video on Japanese and Chinese and Korean lacquer work. If you want to go to my website and my channel links and whatnot, please do so. Telephone number's on there. If you have any questions about these things, call me. I'll be glad to talk with you or give you some advice or whatever. And at the same time, you can find pieces that you may want to purchase. All right? All right, well, thank you very much for joining me.